Test series over. Sri Lanka lost but managed to hold their heads high. They were given 2 practice one-day games before World Series kicks out. In the first game they playing with Victoria at Melbourne on December 22nd. Sri Lankan team leads by Arjuna Ranatunga, followed by Dhammika Ranatunga, Roshan Mahanama, Athula Samarasakara, Asanka Gurusinha, Aravinda de Silva, Hashan Tilakaratne, Ashoka de Silva, Champaka Ramanayak, Ravi Ratnayak, and Kapila Gunawardene. Victoria having strong lineup under the captaincy of Simmon O'Donnell. In addition to him, they have players like Wayne Phillips, Dodi Maid, Reffel and Fleming. Victoria won the toss and they decided to bat first. Victoria scored 257 for 7 in their 50 overs. Gary Watts played a magnificent 100 of 111 off 134 balls with 6 boundaries. He batted 179 minutes. None other able to cross 50 runs mark. Jeff Parker scored 35 and Jamie Siddons scored 27 not out. Kapila Gunawardene took 3 for 55. In reply Sri Lanka bowled out for 148. Arjuna was the top scorer, he got 45 runs in 50 balls with 6 and 2 boundaries. Including 4 boundaries in 31 balls, Aravinda scored a quick 32 runs. From rest of the players Dhammika scored 25 and Champaka scored 15 not out. Others falls to score double figures. So match ended with 109 runs victory to Victorians. For the second game Sri Lanka played with Victoria Country at Hastings on December 23 including Arjuna. Few players rested in this game. They are Roshan, Dhammika, Aravinda. Ravi Ratnayak was appointed as the captain. And selectors added Sanath, Gamini, Ramesh, and Ranjith to the squad. S. Johnson was elected as the captain for Victoria Country side. Ravi Ratnayak won the toss and he decided to bat first. Just like in the previous game, Sri Lanka bowled out for 174 in 49 overs. Gamini scored 53 in 102 balls with 4 fours. With 2 fours and 2 sixers, Ramesh scored quick 30 in 31 balls as number 9. Asanka scored defensive 28. Doyle took 3 for 38. Sri Lankan bowlers try their best to restrict opponents before reaching the target. But Victorian Country Club managed to go past the target score in the last over only losing 7 wickets. No 50s scored. But Bedford scored 38, Wookf scored 30. Ashoka and Asanka took 2 wickets each. Match ended up by Victoria Country Club winning the game by 3 wickets. Celebration of last Christmas of the decade completes. Now it is time to play some cricket in the Boxing Day. It is time to start the World Series for the 11th time. For the first time in the history 2 Asian teams, Sri Lanka and Pakistan competes in the series along with hosting nation Australia. In the past history only, India got privilege to advance to the final round, yet no Asian country lift this title. Unless Team Australia having some other planes, this is the best tournament to write the history. So, the first game starts on December 26th at Melbourne. It was a mixed day at Melbourne. Bit warm, yet predicted rain during the day. This is the one-day international number 596 in the history. Despite the weather conditions, 45,012 spectators gathered to witness this event live. World champion, Australia introduce a solid team under the captaincy of Border. Geoff Marsh found his way back to side. Boone, Jones, and Waugh are there to strengthen the middle order. Simmon O'Donnell to contribute from his both bowling and batting skills. Healy to stand behind the wicket. Peter Tayler is the spin expert, followed by 2 pacemen, Hughes and Campbell. Having said that one new face, Mark Taylor make his first one-day appearance. Left-hand New South Wales Mark Anthony Taylor was 25 years old when calling to the side. He is a promising cricketer for Australia and already played 11 tests for his country since January this year. He showcases magnificent talent by scoring 1,219 runs with healthy 64.15 average. He hits 4 centuries and 5 50s, including his personal best of 219 at Nottingham against England in last summer. In the Test series against Sri Lanka just before this he scored 2 centuries. So, he is in a good form. Team Sri Lanka too walks into the pitch with high morale. Also, this is the first time they wearing royal blue as their uniform. Under Arjuna they had a decent lineup. Roshan and Athula to start innings, followed by Asanka, Aravinda. Hashan to keep wickets. Ashoka to act as the main spinner. Ravi to lead bowling department with Ramesh and Graham. Having said that, they introduce a new face, Sanath Jayasuriya. 20 years old Sanath Jayasuriya was born in June 30, 1969 in southern part of Sri Lanka, a city called Madura. He starts learn cricket in his school, St. Servatius College, Madura. Then he got an opportunity to play for Colombo Cricket Club in Sri Lanka domestic first class. Sanath playing as a dashing middle-order left-hander and left-arm orthodox bowler. He seems to be having a promising career and one of the few players who got picked up outside Sri Lanka cricketing capital of Western Zone. Arjuna won the toss and elected to bat first.
That's a great shot, that's going away, that could be close to 6. Over it goes, Mark Tayler hits the first 6 at Melbourne Cricket Ground. What a hit, what a hook shot. It's in the air, he's got it, great catch, Arjuna Ranatunga, that's a classic. Oh, beautiful caught and bowled. Going to look for 2. Could be close, safely home.
Safe. The ball's flying between gully and point, but not actually going to hand.
Lanka.
Gone. Beautifully fielded by the same man. First of all.
Of course, that one error means the departure of David Boone. Out for 11, Australia 2 for 42.
Nicely played. Dean Jones not making the mistake that David Boone made and pulling the ball. Nicely played. Just a couple of bounces and into the fence. Beautiful timing there from...
He smashed that one away beautifully down towards mid-wicket. That's his 71st ball for 34. In the end, he's got him. He's out. Caught the gully. So Marsh is out. Little Aravinda de Silva.
Marsh, after a patient innings, is on his way. He scored 38, 3 for 88.
Gullen border out there. He's gone straight to cover. That's the end of Alan Border in his efforts to try and raise the run rate there.
He's picked up his second wicket. The Australian captain departs, and Australia 4 down for 106.
Stephen Waugh's the new batsman for Australia.
Another one down, and last over for Arjuna Ranatunga, and what a good way to finish it off.
For producing an outswinger, and it's 5 for 120 in the 34th.
It's going to be very close to 4. Arjuna Ranatunga won't get that one. It's a glorious shot.
Good on you. A slow turner. What a way to bring up the half-century in front of the home crowd. Look at that strike rate, 80.95.
It's hooked in the air. There's a man down there. He's under his head. It's a 6. It's a beauty. Slow hand clap for Simmon O'Donnell, who replies with a massive 6 in the members' end. It's put nicely down to square leg. Misfield, it's through his hands, and that's bonus. Wow, that's bad cricket.
No slips.
No ball, and Jones finds a gut at mid-wicket. Glorious shot over the infield. They certainly will run 4. They might even have...
Jones realising the benefit of hitting the ball in that area. But gosh, it must be 90, 95 metres, the throw back.
O'Donnell going over cover, and that's very well placed. Goes the same way again, just out of reach of deep mid-off, and hit that one a little better. The 200. Guru Singha is at long on, but it's clearing him, and it goes about 6 rows back. There's 50 to Simmon O'Donnell.
Yes, well done, Simon. He's played this hand very well too.
Just starting to come down here at the MCG. Timmins he's had enough. But umpire King wasn't agreeing. Now he's changed his mind and says, let's Queensland he definitely had enough. And it is pretty heavy out there now.
Yes, and Arjuna wouldn't be all that batting second. So the covers being rushed out onto the centre now.
Rain came in the 49th over. So, the innings had to restrict in the 48.5 overs. Australia was 228 for 5 at that time. Once they were 120 for 5. But Jones and Simon save a massive distraction by putting unbeaten 108 runs for the 6th wicket. Earlier in the innings, Marsh scored 38, yet he had to face 82 balls and hit only 2 boundaries. Sri Lankan bowling looks superb early in the innings. Arjuna took 3 for 41. Simmon O'Donnell is the saviour for Australian innings. He smashes 57 not out in 60 balls with 3 fours and 1 massive 6. That was his 5th one-day international 50. He scored a 1 after 21 games. His last 50 of 54, which he scored against Pakistan at Sharjah in April 1987. Also, this was his first against Sri Lankan. Simmons' contribution led Dean Jones to increase his scores. At stumps he was 85 not out in 89 balls. He batted 144 good minutes and hit 6 and 4 boundaries. Playing in his 83rd game, he marked his 23rd one-day 50. This was his 4th 50 in a row in last 4 games. He always among runs against Sri Lanka and this was his 6th 50. He scored 495 runs in 9 games with average of 99.00 against Sri Lanka so far. Sri Lankan fielding was not up to the standard, they missed couple of run-out opportunities. Now there are 229 runs target in front of them in a wet ground.
Got that one away. And he'll come back for the second here. He knows that running's... He's got an edge on that one and it's flying away down towards fine leg. Greg Campbell in there, a little fumble and he's dived in behind.
Slow ball, it's close. Umpire has a good hard look. He was pretty well in front then. Was it going down the leg side? Right arm over the wicket. Oh, that's a great hit down the ground, beautifully timed. Lofted shot, and that's 4 more. That's out. He's dropped it. Oh, that was a sitter.
It's in the air, and he's out. What a great catch that was. Merv Hughes snatched it out of the sky. So Samarasekera out. He's got that one away nice and fine and it's into the fence. In fact, that's the only quick area.
Well, good shot.
Backward point on the circle.
That's out. That time he goes straight to mid-wicket. Border takes the catch. Aravinda De Silva, the batting star in the test matches. There it goes. He's a great puller. That's away. That's out. Yes, that's a silly shot, but well bowled. Just looking to work it on the onside. Peter Tayler picks up a vital wicket.
Picks up a very important wicket for Australia. Aravinda De Silva dismissed.
Jayasuriya joins his captain after the loss of Aravinda De Silva. It's well struck, just the single. It's close, he's out, is he? Why? What? That was in slow motion. It's out, yes! Great catch. Campbell, is it? A gem of a catch, diving forward. A beautiful.
4 down for 109.
Once again, nicely placed. He's got 2 or 3 boundaries in that manner, just guiding the ball.
He's hit that down the ground. It's going over the top of side. No, he's underneath this. This will be out. He's going to catch it. Yes, he's got him. He's out. Gurusingh out. Caught in the...
But no good back in the pavilion. Sri Lanka 5 for 161.
Well, there's an example. He's gone. He's caught behind. He's nicked it. And that is tragedy for Sri Lanka. He's really done a good a singer. Oh, this could be out. He's got him. Yes, I think he's out. He's given him out. What a hopeless state of affairs.
Ball onto the stumps. And Ratnayaka is off to a duck. What?
It's up in the air. That will be out. Here is the catcher. He's under it. And good night. Well taken.
And Simmon O'Donnell having an extremely good game.
Well, that's a good hit. He's got hold of that. That's a big hit. That's a great hit. It's a 6. Over cover point. It's bowled in. Slow one through him. 4 for O'Donnell. Fine piece of bowling.
Simmon O'Donnell has his 4th wicket. Sri Lanka 9 for 197.
That's up in the air. Healy will get his 2nd catch in a matter of overs, and it's going to be all over. Well played, Australia. A very good victory, defending only 228.
Probably half a dozen overs when they were bowling, and for the last 10 or a dozen overs when they were batting, and in the end beaten quite comfortably. But
Sri Lanka made a slow but steady start. Both openers put 59 runs for the first wicket. Athula scored 30 off 50 balls with 2 fours. Roshan scored 36 off 67 with 3 fours. Arjuna came next and played a captain's knock of 55 off 70 with 3 boundaries. Asanka scored 22 in one end. Rest of the players not being able to score enough runs. Hashan scored 11, Aravinda goes for 9, and debutant Sanath scored just 3. Simmon O'Donnell took 4 for 36. Sri Lanka finally all out for 198 in 47.2 overs. It was nice and easy 30 runs victory to Australia in the Boxing Day. They start the points column in the opening game. Due to his fine all-round performance of 57 runs, 4 wickets, catch and a run out, Simmon O'Donnell was adjudicated as the man of the match. This concludes the first game. Let's see what has happened in the second game in our next episode.